It was safe to say that K-pop fans were shocked when it was suddenly announced that EXO's Kai would have to enlist much earlier than he thought. SM Entertainment, Kai's agency, released an official statement on May 3rd informing everyone that Kai would be officially enlisting only a week later on May 11th. Based on the statement that SM gave, they seemed shocked by the sudden news too, seeing as Kai just recently finished the promotions for his most recent solo comeback Rover and was gearing for a comeback with EXO. The enlistment was unexpected. The company stated that because of a recent change in regulations of the Military Manpower Administration, Kai would have to enlist early. He will receive basic military training before he starts serving as a public service worker. But why are all these big changes happening? Everyone, including Kai, knew that he was going to enlist this year. That's undebatable. Since he turned 29 in January and had postponed his enlistment already, he was planning to enlist in 2023, but was just waiting for EXO to have a full group comeback. Men who are required to enlist in the military normally receive their enlistment date notification at least 40 days prior, or in some cases 2 weeks, as stated on the official website of the Military Manpower Administration. It's worth noting that the timing of the notification may be influenced by the availability of military training slots, as well as the priority given to certain groups, including individuals with specialized skills or higher education. So they give everyone plenty of days to prepare for enlistment. That's why Kai was so taken aback when he received his military service summon letter only a week before the enlistment date. After the statement was released, Kai went live on Instagram to talk about the recent updates. The live stream gathered 100,000 fans as soon as it started, with Kai trying to hold back tears. He tried to calm fans down by telling them that he was just sick, but he broke the fans' hearts as he sobbed. He went on, "There's so much that I had prepared. What a pity. That's what's upsetting. There's nothing that I could do about this." He also expressed that he was sad that he didn't get the chance to show fans what he had prepared, but promised to show them once he returns. He tried to cheer fans up by telling them that he would be back as soon as possible, but netizens couldn't help but feel bad about the situation. It was obvious that Kai was sad because he had to enlist, but because the enlistment notice came only a week prior to the enlistment date and he had so little time to wrap up everything with his family and work, it was even more saddening. They commented, "So they told him 1 week before his enlistment? Even commoners would cry." And he was trying to get the most out of his time, so imagine how dispirited and disappointed he is. For fans' sake, Kai is holding a fan meeting only 2 days before his enlistment, totally free and even live broadcasted on EXO's YouTube channel, but that did little to nothing to calm fans down who were angry with the military and SM Entertainment at how they were handling things. In a surprising turn of events, the military came out with a statement to deny SM Entertainment's claims that the enlistment is happening due to a recent change in regulations of the Military Manpower Administration. A military official explained that it's possible to delay the enlistment date up to 5 times within a 2-year period. According to the official, when applying for postponement, there is an option to choose other personal reasons, which also includes entertainment activities, which can be selected up to 2 times. According to media reports, he is said to have already utilized his second other personal reasons postponement so he could promote Rover. Although he may not have used all 5 postponement opportunities, it's probable that he has used up all legally allowed grounds for postponement. Because of this, SM Entertainment should have been prepared for him to be called up immediately once the second miscellaneous postponement expired, instead of making plans for his comeback. In fact, fans have already started speculating that mismanagement by SM Entertainment could have contributed to this situation. Comments on a forum site suggest that the comeback was initially scheduled for April, but was delayed due to internal management problems within the company. If the comeback had occurred as planned in April, Kai would have been able to complete his military enlistment without missing the comeback. A commenter said, "SM tried so hard to save face by claiming there was some law change, and yet they knew very well he couldn't postpone anymore but didn't arrange his schedule properly." Though there might be one other reason that Kai has to enlist so soon. It was found out that even though Kai had plans to apply to postpone his enlistment for the 3rd time, he was called to serve early because of what happened recently with Fix's Ravi and rapper Nafla. Ravi, Nafla, and other individuals were recently on trial for evading military service by collaborating with military broker Goo and obtaining false diagnoses of brain seizure disorders. Goo was arrested and indicted in December 2020 and is presently being tried. In 2012, Ravi was initially categorized as active duty in his first military physical examination, but he repeatedly postponed his military service. In 2019, he received a Class 4 rating and postponed his service for the final time in February 2021. During this process, Ravi contacted Goo so he could illegally obtain an exemption from military service and signed a contract for 50 million won. After receiving coaching from Goo, Ravi feigned a fainting spell and called 119. When he visited the emergency room, he provided false symptoms, and even though they didn't find any abnormalities during a thorough examination, he went on to request a diagnosis and submitted it to the Military Manpower Administration. Nafla, a member of Grooveland, Ravi's agency, was also accused of conspiring with Ravi and military broker Gu so he could also fake more severe symptoms of depression in order to be deemed unfit for military service. Nafla was assigned to work as a social service agent at the Seoul-to district office in Seoul, but failed to show up for 141 days while lying about how his depression had worsened. Just like his CEO, he then attempted to obtain a falsified medical certificate for military service purposes to be discharged early. Additionally, 5 public officials who aided Nafla in evading service by creating fake attendance records and other official documents face charges. The Military Manpower Administration is known to have informed all local military manpower administrations to strictly adhere to the enlistment regulations without any exceptions. So even though Kai had another chance to postpone his enlistment, the military denied that and he had to enlist early. SM Entertainment typically gives at least 1 month notice prior to their artist's enlistment. However, Kai's enlistment was announced only 10 days in advance, probably due to the recent developments with Ravi. Because of what Ravi and Nafla did, the military will be stricter on idols and other people who are set to enlist. It's already been reported that due to these scandals, when it comes to military evasion, the Manpower Military Administration has sworn to crack down on the issue this year. They have appointed a special representative to investigate all claims of evasion. They will also offer financial rewards to anyone giving tips about cases of evasion. The Manpower Military Administration also replaced the chief medical examiner and has ordered that no new physical examinations take place until May 14th. Until this date, regional offices will have new doctors appointed as medical examiners, and diseases like epilepsy, dyskinesia, vagus nerve conditions will receive stricter scrutiny if the patient uses it as an excuse not to enlist. The regional offices, which were previously operating with some flexibility, received a notice from the main office to strictly follow regulations. The controversy surrounding celebrities evading military service is believed to have led to this change. The military will also be stricter now and limit the use of reasons related to entertainment schedules for postponing enlistment to only 2 out of 5 possible reasons. While mandatory enlistment presents significant challenges, some netizens believe that Ravi utilized his wealth and status to feign a disability. His actions not only wasted valuable hospital resources and time, but also made it more difficult for individuals with disabilities and illnesses to get an exemption. People with hidden disabilities may face increased scrutiny, and it is unfortunate that they may bear the brunt of the consequences of celebrities like Ravi and Nafla. A Twitter user said, "Imagine all the people with disabilities who are going to be affected by the nonsense Ravi caused. He messed up his whole country's vulnerable population of men within enlistment age." Another one wrote, "Ravi and his boys really made it worse for people with actual disabilities and chronic illnesses, and it is so horrible how the rich bend rules in ways that make ordinary people suffer more." While it's unclear whether Ravi has anything to do with Kai enlisting early, we may have to come to a point where K-pop idols won't be able to postpone their enlistment anymore until they get their schedules and plans done. They might start getting surprise enlistment notices, so they won't be able to find ways to avoid it, even if they have no intentions of doing so. It's sad that Kai and so many others are going to be the victims of the thoughtless things that others did just so that they can avoid enlistment. We wish Kai a safe and successful enlistment, and we'll be waiting for him to come back healthy. Share your thoughts about this in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye!